So we're beginning to see really strong signs of recovery. Let's start with our business, which is in the past 6 months, we've signed significant leases with companies like Ernst & Young, Prudential, who actually moved from the suburbs back into downtown as a part of trying to bring their employees back to work and finding an active and engaging space. And one of our assets has really invested significantly in the tenant engagement arena and amenitizing the building, and that's really starting to speak. We also signed Frederickson and Byron to a 200,000 square foot lease. Clearly, Labor Day was an inflection point for Minneapolis in terms of people coming back to work. Traffic is terrible again. The Skyways, that's for those of you who know Minneapolis, we have a second set of streets that are on the second level of the city that connect all of the buildings throughout downtown. It's where most people lunch, particularly in the winter, and those lines are long, they're busy. It feels like a real city again. So Minneapolis has always been associated with a strong jobs market, and that's really closely tied to the secondary education that's available. We've got a plethora of private schools and research universities together with the Mayo Clinic. As I look forward for Minneapolis, I see continued growth in the healthcare and life science arenas as these companies think of Medtronic, Mayo Clinic, University of Minnesota, Land O'Lakes, General Mills. We have 20 Fortune 500 companies headquartered in Minneapolis, many of which are focused on food science or med tech. That will continue to drive job growth in the economy in Minneapolis. Much like the rest of the country, our unemployment is incredibly low, yet there is a steady supply of these talented young folks. And what's interesting about that is sort of stability has been the calling card for Minneapolis. It's why investors like the city of Minneapolis. We don't see wild rent swings up and down. We don't see huge dips in population or availability of that young talent. Office occupiers in Minneapolis right now, I think you could sum up with haves and have-nots. The haves really have a lot of conviction about being back. They've been back for a long time. They tend to be the smaller, more creative users in the marketplace that need that collaboration. Let's take architects and design firms and teams like that have really been coming together for a long time. The have-nots aren't so much not coming to the office as they are trying to figure it out. And I think that there is a sentiment across business owners that time will give them those answers, will reveal those answers. And so we're seeing a lot of short-term lease extensions while people try to buy that time, and we're seeing landlords capitulate to those requests still at this time as people work through it. I find it to be a little bit concerning that there's kind of a casual attitude about return to work. I think we're too often talking about productivity when we're speaking about returning to work, and I don't think that's the only measure. I think we are gonna wake up down the road, and for these companies that have chosen to take that more casual approach, we will have missed mentoring opportunities. I think the talent coming up through their system, that they are investing significantly in these young people, aren't going to have those learning moments in the workplace that they need to be having to become excellent.